All right, Oakland, we are back. And it's time for us to take your Oakland Athletics into the year 3 offseason after a very disappointing year number 3. Last year, year number 2, not only did we make the playoffs, we won our division and we made it all the way to the ALCS before we lost to the Cleveland Indians, the World Series champions from that year. This year, I was looking to improve upon that. We had a great offseason, I thought, last season, signing DJ LeMahieu and Garrett Richards. I thought our team on paper would be better than year number two's team. Look at the top right corner. We're the 4th ranked team on paper in the majors. Our contact is 3rd. Our pitching is 3rd. But for some reason, our regular season record was only good enough for 500. 81 and 81. It was the beginning part of the season, man. And also our bullpen. They blew so many saves. And if you look, okay, fine, we're 11 games back of the Los Angeles Angels for our division. But the wild card, only 5 games back. And you take a look at our bullpen, we had like 23 blown saves. Yep, our bullpen lost us the chance to make the playoffs again in consecutive years, boys. And now we have to head into the offseason with a lot of big decisions to make because we got some guys on this team that want some big boy money. Sonny Gray, I believe he's going to want like 10 million, right? And this guy, I like those stats. Those stats are there. He's 88 overall. He would have had a better record this season, 9-11, if our freaking bullpen could just have won him some games. Now, his ERA is fine, his whip is fine, and the fact that he is still growing. Look at his 88 overall going up. All the base numbers are at 77. No, we got to keep this guy somehow, some way, right? We also have Sean Manaea, who's 88 overall. He's finally coming into his own. I feel like this guy might be a lights out all-star pitcher if he continues to grow. We got to get his stamina up a little bit higher. His clutch, his control could be better as well. But 13 and 10, his ERA and his whip was there. But I think contract-wise, how many years left? Oh, does he have another year left? Hang on, where am I going here? You know what? I should be on a different screen. I don't know if that contract apply. You know what? Let me just go back to another screen here. Manage roster, starting pitchers. Here we go. Yeah, see, Sonny Gray 2 of 2, Sean Manaea 2 of 2. So we got to re-sign these guys, and we were paying them combined $6.5 million. That's not going to fly anymore. So Garrett Richards might be on the trading block. Taijuan Walker we have for another year at $4 million. So we'll save some money right there. But this is what I mean about the offseason. Sean Doolittle making $6 million. We have to sign him or let him drop, and I think we might have to let him drop, especially after considering how many freaking blown saves he had this year. Let's see this again. Blown saves, 4 for Sean Doolittle. All right, so Tim Schultz at $2 million, Derek Norris $6 million. He's not going to be able to come back. Hanley Ramirez at 5.3. It sucks that we have to drop these guys, and we're going to have to drop them without being able to trade them for other assets coming back. Ryan Healy, he's only at 1.5, and with our Moneyball tactics, I don't know if we can afford all this, right? So it's going to be an interesting offseason to say the least, boys. And I was reading your comments. A lot of people were saying that. Oh, let me just bring up this screen for a sec. A lot of people were saying that even though our pitching is 3rd and we have a good bullpen on paper, you need the defense to be better to help out the pitching. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Perhaps if we had a defense in the top 10 combined with a pitching that was, say, 7th, then we would actually have better defensive numbers and better pitching numbers. That just seems so weird with our bullpen. Everything else came around towards the end of the season, but we still blew saves, and that record of 81 and 81, not good enough to get us into the playoffs. So before we go ahead into those playoffs, what is this called again? GM goals? Yeah, GM goals set out by Billy Bean, our president of baseball operations. He set out the 3-year plan for me. I think our yearly goals were to just finish above 500, but our contract goal was to reach the postseason. And thankfully, we made the playoffs last year. So it says my job security is high. GM rating is going up. I think we should get another contract, which is good. That last year's playoff run, man, it could have been dangerous, though. I was thinking that this year we get the playoff run. Last year was a surprise. I don't know why. Such a frustrating year. But we can't talk about this forever. So we might as well just head into the offseason. All right, yeah, calendar. Let's go with day. You know what? Okay, so I don't know which team I want to follow just yet. Here we go. So you got Boston versus LA. The New York Yankees versus the Mariners for the wild card. Cleveland, the defending World Series champions, are awaiting the wild card winner. Over in the NL, the Chicago Cubs against the Nationals. And if you remember, the Cubs won the World Series in year number 1. The Dodgers, who keep on getting screwed over, up against the Pittsburgh Pirates for the wild card. And the San Francisco Giants are awaiting those guys. So, you know what? Let us follow the Cleveland Indians here. They're the World Series champions from last season. Let's see what they can do. All right, so hang on a second. Let me bring this up. All right, Cleveland. There you go. All right, so here we go. We'll fast forward. It seems like the New York Yankees have beat the Seattle Mariners. Let me just bring this up. Seattle, yep, they were eliminated in the wild card in the AL, and the LA Dodgers eliminated in the wild card. Damn, they got beat by the Cubs in year number 1 in the NLCS. They got beat in the World Series by the Cleveland Indians last season, and now they get beat out in the wild card. Oh, man, they just can't catch a break. And even with that pitching crew, Clayton Kershaw on the bunch, usually they simulate well, not in this universe. So here we go. Let's see what the Cleveland Indians, the defending World Series champions, can do. Up against the New York Yankees, Corey Kluber versus Vince Velasquez. Ooh, game 1 goes to the New York Yankees. All right, game number 2, Carlos Carrasco versus Michael Pineda. Ooh, game 2 goes to the Cleveland Indians. Their bats came alive, 7-1. That was the problem with the Cleveland Indians for us last year, man. We couldn't stop them, and our friggin' bats wouldn't come out in the games that we did stop them, right? Tough team, man. Friggin' Andrew Miller is a starting pitcher. I wonder if they still have him there. Trevor Bauer up against Masahiro Tanaka. Ooh, the Cleveland Indians. There you go. Yeah, their pitching and their bullpen came through in that shutout. And game number 4, they can move off again to the ALCS. Corey Kluber up against Lance Lynn, and they do it. So the Cleveland Indians, for the 2nd year in a row, back to the ALCS. You know what? I can't remember if the Cleveland Indians were in the World Series against the Cubs in year number 1. I can't remember. They've been a freaking successful team here. All right, so let's back out and see what's going on in the league. So you got the LA Angels, our divisional rivals, up against the Cleveland Indians in the ALCS. And in the NLCS, you have the Chicago Cubs, who beat the Nationals and are already up 1-0 over the Pittsburgh Pirates, who beat the San Francisco Giants. Man, there was 3 Game 5s there in the DS divisional series between both the AL and the NL. Wow. All right, so here we go. Let's continue. We're going to go back with the Cleveland Indians. For some reason, I got a good feeling about these guys. We lost to a good team last year, boys, and they still have it. Carlos Carrasco up against Hugh Darvish. Ooh, there it is again. Yeah, their bullpen is so good. I want to see who gets in there. View box score. Are they using Andrew Miller? He's still got to be on the team, right? Let's see. They didn't even bring him in that game, really, in a 1-run game. Do they even have Andrew Miller on the squad? Let me just bring this up for a second. Because, I mean, if our bullpen is as bad as you guys say it was, and it looks like it is, we need to get a guy like this. Andrew Miller, relief pitcher. Is he going in the playoffs? I don't think they're using him as a starting pitcher. There he is. He's still 96 overall. That would be so nice for us to get a setup man like that. So let me bring up where is he? Yeah, there he is. Setup 96. Adam Ottavino. Adam Ottavino is their closing pitcher. Andrew Miller is their setup, but a 96 overall. Should be automatic when he gets in there. All right, so back to the Cleveland Indians here. All right, they have a 1-0 series lead over the LA Angels. Game 2, Kluber versus Tyler Skaggs. Ooh, it's a late one. Brian, did he blow a save? Let's see, Cleveland. No. Well, he gave up 3 in the 8th. Cleveland got 2 more in the 9th. It wasn't enough. So, yeah, the 8th inning, really, was Miller. Did it not use Miller again? Let's see, Cleveland, Kluber, Shaw, Crockett. Why wouldn't you use freaking Shaw gets the loss there in the 8th inning? Why wouldn't you be using Andrew Miller here? Oh my God, you're letting these get away from you. All right, so game number 3, Trevor Bauer versus Andrew Heaney. Let's see, yep, Adam Ottavino takes it, so I guess it went to extras. Game number 4, you got Patrick Corbin up against Chris Tillman. All right, we got a good series here, 2-2. Patrick Corbin loses, Chris Tillman takes it. Game number 5, Corey Kluber versus Hugh Darvish. Ooh, the bats came alive right there. Nice one. All right, so they are 1 win away from making it back to the World Series. The Cleveland Indians. And you know, the LA Angels did 1 more game than we did last year. We only got the 1 win against them. And then they went on to sweep the Dodgers, right? Yeah, the Dodgers in the World Series. So, LA Angels, they might have something here. Carlos Carrasco versus Andrew Heaney. Ooh, we're going to a game 7. Let's see. Cody Anderson lost that one. Did they use... The Angels got 1 run in the 8th. Are they even using Andrew Miller? Let's see. Carrasco and Anderson. What are they doing? They got the 96 overall stud back there, and they're not using him. I guess the setup man only gets in there for the computer when you have a lead in like the 8th and the starting pitcher has to come out. Man, they're shooting themselves in the foot. I'd have Andrew Miller in there at the 6th inning to the freaking 9th inning. He's so good. 96 overall. So here it is, Game 7. Jamie Garcia versus Tyler Skaggs. Will the LA Angels be able to crack the Cleveland Indians? No, they don't. 2-0. Jamie Garcia gets the shutout. Let's see. They had to have used Andrew Miller in this game. Let's see. No, they didn't. See what I mean? They put the freaking closer in there in the 8th inning. Ottavino, he went 1 1/3. I guess it worked out for him, whatever. I don't know if Andrew Miller pitched a single inning in that freaking series, boys. But the Cleveland Indians are back in the World Series, and they're going up against the Chicago Cubs. All right, this is a good one. Now, if you guys can let me know in the comment section, who did the Cubs beat in year number 1 of the World Series? Was it the Cleveland Indians? Because if it is, then they got 2 World Series matchups in 3 years. This is a rivalry brewing. I do know that year 1 went to the Cubs, year 2 went to the Indians. So in year 3, you have the past 2 World Series champions going up against one another. This is good, all right? So Corey Kluber for the Indians versus Dallas Keuchel and the Cubs. Oh, yeah, Dallas Keuchel signed there. Very nice. So game 1 in Chicago. Let's see. It goes to the Cubs. Oh, my God. They lit up Corey Kluber. 4 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 4 runs in the third. Get your ass out of there. Let's see. Jason Hayward went 5 for 6. 3 runs, 1 RBI. Bryant had 4 RBI on 3 hits. Home runs, Bryant and Russell. My God. Yeah, the bats came alive right there for the Cubs. Game number 2, Carlos Carrasco versus Kyle Hendricks. Ooh. So far, the Cubs have been able to get a lot, but this is what I mean. The Cleveland Indians, they got bats as well. Chicago had another first inning with 4 runs. Oh my God, look at that end by Cleveland. 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th to come back in that game. Did they use Andrew Miller this time? Let's see. Nope, they're not using Andrew Miller at all. I don't know what they're thinking. I just want to, for the sake of the video, player statistics, can I take a... Yes, I can. Of course you can. This game's great. This ain't NHL. Relief pitchers. Let's see. Andrew Miller. Let's see. You know what? It made more sense for them to have him as a starting pitcher for last year's playoff run. He actually had some innings pitched. They're in the World Series, and they haven't used the 96 overall Andrew Miller at all. He's got 0 innings pitched. You got this guy just sitting on the bench? Shit, we should make a trade for him if he didn't cost $25 million per season. Holy crap. You know what? He's going to be fresh. You could say that, though. He'll be fresh by the time they need him. Oh my God, maybe they're saving him for a starting role here in game number 4 or 5. Who knows? Series is tied 1-1. It's going back to... No. Was I wrong about... Hang on. Chicago. Shit. Was I wrong about them being... You know what? I don't know how to... Home. Yes, I was wrong about that. Okay, so the Cleveland Indians were home right here. Right. I'm getting confused. Okay, so it was the Cleveland Indians who had home. Now we're going back to Chicago for games 3, 4, and 5. All right. So Trevor Bauer versus Drew Pomeranz. Let's see. All right, close game right there. Trevor Bauer takes it. They have to have used Andrew Miller there. Chicago got 2 runs in the 9th. Ottavino messing up. Let's see. All the way down here. Miller, there you go. They put Miller in there at the end of the game. Did he... Oh, it was... Ottavino gave up 2 runs without even recording an out, and then they went to the setup man, Andrew Miller, and he got his first save. Just go to him. Ottavino's friggin' ERA is at 6, and Andrew Miller is 1 inning pitched. Oh my God. All right, well, they have a 2-1 series lead. It worked out for them that time. Corey Kluber versus John Lester. Oh, big win. Big win for Corey Kluber. Let's see. He got lit up in game number 1. He answers back in a big way with a shutout here. What did he do? He went 7 innings. Yeah, they did not go back with Miller again. Friggin' 4 pitchers to go with the last 2. They didn't even use their closer, Ottavino. All right, well, they're getting it done without Andrew Miller. Game number... Oh, it's 2-1, 3-1. Yeah, this is a 3-1 series lead. They could take it right here. Game number 5 in Chicago, and the Cleveland Indians could take another one. Back-to-back World Series champions. Oh, big defensive game for the Chicago Cubs. Dallas Keuchel, 3-0 in the playoffs. That's a studly game. I want to take a look at how many innings pitched he had. Only gave up 6 hits. Let's see. He gave a complete game shutout. 6 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts. All right, well, Keuchel did his job to help the Cubs get back in the series. They're going to have to win back-to-back, though. Kyle Hendricks and then John Lester for Game 7. Carlos Carrasco versus Kyle Hendricks for Game 6. Cleveland can win it at home. Game 6. Oh, they lose it. We're going to a Game 7, boys. Here we go. Andrew Miller blew the... Let's see. Andrew Miller. Maybe it was a tie and he came in the 8th. He gave up those 2 runs, and that counts as his loss. Let's see. Carrasco, Miller. Yeah, he came in for 1 inning. Miller, 96 overall with all the rest in the world, comes in for 1 inning. It gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 1 walk. Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. It's not like he blew the save, but he gets the loss. All right, Game 7, boys. Trevor Bauer versus John Lester. It's all on the table. The last 2 World Series champions in a Game 7. I guess it had to go to this, right? Take your picks now, boys. Who's taking it? Bauer, Lester, Game 7. And it goes to the Cleveland Indians. They've defeated the Cubs in the 2019 World Series and are once again champions of the world. Back-to-back years. Man, if we want to create a winning team, we have to, build a team based on the Cleveland Indians setup, because they've been really successful, and they've been successful without even using that 96 overall relief pitcher, right? Why couldn't we just have made the freaking playoffs? View the box score. Let me see what happened in this game. Oh my God, the Cubs are going to be shooting themselves. Oh, they shot themselves in the foot. Look at that. 3 runs in the 8th inning, 1 run in the 9th inning. So they literally tied the game. It was 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th for Chicago. Cleveland tied it up. And then oh no, shit, they got, whoa, hang on. I didn't see those 2 runs for Chicago there in the 9th. Oh my God. So it was a tie game in the 9th, and then Cleveland, was it a walk-off homer in the 9th inning? Oh, that would have been sweet. Hang on a second here, Cleveland. Ran for Edwin Encarnacion in the 8th. I don't know. Well, there was no home runs in the game, so it certainly wasn't a walk-off home run. I don't know how it happened, but Bauer, Anderson, and Ottavino, they didn't go back. Look at that closing pitcher with an ERA of 7.56 with Andrew Miller sitting on the bench. Whatever, who am I to to point out their faults when they have none? They frickin' won the World Series, so congratulations once again to the Cleveland Indians. But now, boys, the real part of the video begins. We have to go into the offseason. So let's advance the day. Yep. Your contract has come to an end. You'll need to sign a new one for the upcoming season. The following teams have made you a contract offer. Ooh, the Texas Rangers. They want GM Superb, man, to head on over there. The St. Louis Cardinals as well. See all these other teams? I mean, Texas 18th in the league. St. Louis 14th, Baltimore 15th, Oakland Athletics 4th. I've built up this team. I just want that success. Now we're going back with Oakland, boys. Going back with Oakland. So sign that contract. Your contract with your manager, pitching coach, first base coach, third base coach, and farm director have ended. So all of my coaches' contracts have come to an end, which means I'm going to have to overpay to get some good ones back here. This is going to be a rough offseason, man. Holy crap. We're gonna have to let a lot of players go to free agency. So here is all the retirements. All right, I'll just go through them all. You guys can pause it if you want. It's not like I know those players anyways. Adrian Beltre, all right, he goes in the Hall of Fame, and here we go. Okay, so let me just do some power video editing. I want to know exactly what my plan is before I start talking like an idiot. So give me a second here. Okay, so I went through the list of players. I got an idea of what I want to do, but we're going to have to take it one day at a time because of the budget. I don't know. It's not like hockey where I can mathematically, figure out what my cap is going to be. I just got to sign these players, and we got to see what the contract, what the budgets for the contract salaries and such go up. So we're going to have to take it one day at a time. But certain players I would be willing to part ways with, all right? So Miguel Sano, he's 93 overall, 26 years of age. He didn't have the greatest start to the season, but he really did come around towards the end, and his power numbers have really gone up there. He's great against lefties. If we get that vision up there, that would be great. But at the end of the day, he's hitting 260. He's hit 32 home runs, 87 RBI, and because his discipline is high enough, his on-base percentage is .343. So he's fine, and only at $6 million for another year. Or actually, it might be for another 2 years. Yeah, I think that's for another 2 years because we've already passed. Yeah, that's for another 2 years. Sweet. So we have him for this year at $6 million and next year at $6 million. So Sano's staying on the team. Now, DJ LeMahieu, our big free agent acquisition last year. I'd love to hold on to this guy, right? Don't worry about his potential and his overall dropping down. He hit .272 this year, on-base percentage .333. We put him in the number 3 spot. He might be better as a number 2 or even a leadoff guy if we don't decide to bring back Adam Eaton. And he's only 31, so the numbers could go back up. Don't worry about that. But he's making $13.7 million, right? If you look at Miguel Sano, who's 93 overall, he's only at $6 million. So if we get into a pinch, we may have to trade away LeMahieu just to free up some of that salary, okay? Garrett Richards, he's another one. The big free agent signing last year, making 8.7. Considering we have to sign Sonny Gray and Manaea, I'm not going to be able to get all three of them, I don't think. So Garrett Richards might have to go, and then we can just use, what's it called? Sonny Gray, Manaea, Taijuan Walker, and then bring up like Jose Fernandez for next year and just let him play, see what happens, right? Just trust 3 pitchers. Okay, so we'll take a look at the rest. Taijuan Walker, I want him to come back. Steven Piscotty had a MVP type year. Hit 315, 23 home runs, 85 RBI, on-base percentage of 385. You know what? I should take that back. He didn't have an MVP type year, but I think his batting average was like top 3 or something. So if you compare him to DJ LeMahieu, right, he's only making $3 million. This is what I mean. We got to use those Moneyball tactics. 13.7 for somebody who's, not hitting as well as other guys. May have to take a second look at that. Jake Marisnick is in his last year, and this guy's numbers are going up. As a defensive player, we need him. And remember what I said about increasing the defensive category to help out the pitching. Jake Marisnick, his hitting's not there, but our contact was already top 3 in the league. We need some players that are just defensive bound, and I think we need to improve our shortstop position as well. So here's a bunch of other guys. All right. Marcus Semien. Yeah, here it is. So one more year for Marcus Semien. He's 29 years of age. I kept him in the past because he did play well in the playoffs for us. He's great against, he's got great contact versus lefties and power versus lefties. His discipline is good enough, 63, but his defensive stats. And as a shortstop, if we want to improve our pitching and our bullpen, maybe getting a shortstop who's the same as a Jake Marisnick. Great speed, so if he gets on the bases, he can run. Great fielding, but then just an average batter and put him there at the bottom of the lineup, right? Because we already have enough. And he only hit 234 this year with an on-base percentage of 303. I mean, last year was much better. This year, the 21 home runs, okay. But the fielding, right? Is there any fielding stats? Let's see. Is there fielding? 977. I don't even know if that's good or not. Whatever. The point is, though, if we want to improve, we could probably bring in a younger shortstop at less than $1 million per year who's just a great fielder and free up that $2 million right there, right? So we got some options. Walter Chang, he's going to be our catcher of the future. We got to bring in somebody else that can replace Derek Norris, but this guy is the future, Walter Chang. He didn't have the greatest year. He only hit 215 compared to last year where he hit 261. On-base percentage took a hit as well, but considering he's only 27, he's got A potential, which means he can grow to at least 90 overall, and his base stats are already great. We just got to get that contact versus righties and lefties up there, and also we got to work on his fielding to improve the defense. His blocking and reaction are already great, but you know what? Screw the contact. I think I want to improve his fielding, because let's take that direction in the defensive the defensive direction. There you go. I'm just thinking here. 1.5, Michael Coker. Think this guy could be in our bullpen for next year. Yeah, I'll just bring him and put him in a setup role or something. I know I have a lot of closing pitchers, boys, but when they're young, they can just be in the setup role, just be relief pitchers until they blossom. And that's basically it. Okay, so we can free up a bunch of money right there. Our budget is $3.02 million. But before we do any of that, I want to get the players back that other teams can acquire right now, and that's the coaches, right? All my players, I have priority to sign them, but these guys, this is what kind of sucks when you don't, or when your good coaching staff leaves you. If you want them back, you got to overpay now, right? So we still have our hitting coach, Rob Chapman, for one more year. He's got that A potential, which is good, but we got to get a manager, and we got to get somebody who makes everyone around them happy, right? So Dave Roberts, yeah, 2+ power, 3+ arm accuracy, home runs over 9 innings +3, and hits over 9 innings +3, right? But I promise you, it's going to be like, let's see, how much per year? Where is it? $8.5 million per year for a coach. No, thank you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to the bottom of the list. What's important to me is not necessarily the stats, because I can build a good team anyways. What's important to me is the attribute grade. So I want to find somebody who has got the A, has got no negatives, but is down here and is a little bit cheaper. I think I've gone a little bit too low now. Yeah, I've gone a little bit too low. So let's go back to the top. Those guys at the top, though, I mean, I can't afford $8.5 million into a coach, because that's all in the budget as well, boys. It's your budget, so it affects my ability to sign my players. So nope, want these guys. But I got to get somebody that helps out with the morale of all my players. So no, I might have to settle with somebody who's got a minus here. I forget who our last coach was. So Jay Feliz, stealing +1, arm strength +2, bunting, and Ks over 9 innings. Not the greatest, but the difference is this guy only wants $3.6 million per year, and he still has that attribute grade of A. You see my point? Oh, here we go. There we go. Stealing +1, blocking +3, plate discipline, and velocity. Jim Hickey, 56. I don't like the older guys because chances are they'll retire, and then you have to do it all over again, right? So, yeah, I think that guy right there. So we'll get Jim Hickey. Again, don't look at the individual stats so much. I don't build my teams with that in mind. The attribute grade, though, that's something that I want. So I'll give you, you know what, I don't want to have to do this again. 5 years. I will go 3 years. 3 years. There you go. 3 years at $4 million per season. Let's see. The interest is up there. You know what? Withdraw that. I want to make sure I get them. All right, so 3 years at 4.5 per year. And that should, yeah, that spikes it all the way up. So that's my manager. Hitting coach we already have. Pitching coach. All right, so same thing. Let me go down here. Let's see if we can find some A's that have no negatives to it. You know what? I think I'll just do this without you guys. Yeah, I could just edit this out. I'll show you it after I'm done. Power of video editing. Okay, so here are the list of submitted offers towards our coaches. Jim Hickey, our manager. I don't know, for whatever reason on this screen it shows you a different attribute grade. Do not worry. I've already gone ahead and taken a look at this. All right, he's got the A. My hitting coach, I've already signed. My pitching coach, let's see. He's got the A, so don't worry about what it says on this script. I don't know why it does it. So Jim Hickey, we want for 3 years. Total salary of 13.5, so I think that's 4.5 per season. Dave Roberts, all right, here is the first base coach. I wanted 1.5 per season for 3 years. Same thing with Kurt Kellenberger. He's our third base coach. Steven Diaz, our pitching coach, all right, and Brandon Barnhart, our farm director. Every single one of these guys received the same contract, basically. I don't know why that's 4.48, whatever. All right, so that's all of that taken care of. Hopefully they sign with us. Now we got to go to our roster and get these guys all signed. So I have 80 players under contract. The first thing we got to do is clean up the team. Trim the roster of the players we don't want so we don't get fooled here, right? So Stephen Biscotti we want back. David Cato we want back. What is this? Rodney Chamberlain. Now he's got some good stats. Some good hitting stats. I think I could sign him. Yeah, even though he's got the D potential, 69 overall, and he could help out the AAA and AA squad, so I'll see if I can re-sign him. Johnny Hinson, yep, we brought him up. He had a great year. He's going to stay. Will Nixon, I'd love to bring him back if we could. He's got that A potential. I don't know if this guy's going to grow or not, but it's saying like his potential and his overall went up. So yeah, I'd like to get him back. David Arias, some good stats on him as well. He could grow. Yeah, okay, all these right fielders I want to keep. Center fielders, Jake Marisnik, Adam Eaton. Now, Adam Eaton's a guy who had a great year again as a leadoff hitter. 280, yeah, with an on-base percentage of 346, but I wonder if I have too many of these players who are basically the same. I love his fielding. He helps out our outfield, but hitting-wise, pretty much the same as DJ LeMahieu, right? And if we got to sign this guy, I think he's going to want north of $5-6 million. So I'm going to keep him for now. We're going to see what happens with it. Left fielders, Jude Aguero. Holy shit, this guy got some real good growth over the course of the year. Where did he play? Some players just grow fantastically. A year or two more. You know what? Fielding, he's got to get the arm strength up there. And this guy, see, like the future is looking bright. We got David Cato and Jude Aguero in the outfield for upcoming seasons. If only they could grow a little bit faster. All right, so Chris Coughlin, I'm going to release him to free agency. I know I will not be able to pay him $2 or $3 million per season or whatever it's going to cost. Austin Perez, more young players. Yeah, our AA and AAA squads are really grooming these players the right way. Alan Darden. Alan Darden's got some speed. His overall is dropping. D potential. I'm going to drop him. Release. Jerome Shackelford. You know what? Now I'm going to release you as well. The durability's up there, but you see potential. I could give the playing time to these guys, right fielders. Even though I have an abundance of right fielders, they can still play at center and left field. A lot of them, like, watch, I'll show you. Johnny Hinson. Take a look at secondary positions, which is directly right at the overall, 68 overall. Secondary positions are left field, right, center field. Every fielder for any position can play all the fields, basically. And right fielders are great because usually they have cannons, so they can play left field and center field. So, Shackelford, I'm going to release you. There you go. Got to free up as much cap as we can, boys. Marcus Semien might be on the trading block. Marcus O'Connell, Good fielder, got good speed. He can stay. Eddie Rosario, yeah, he's going to stay B potential. Jimmy Comstock, let's see. Durability's up there. Fielding's up there. Yeah, he could stay. Rodrigo Gomez, we got him signed. Miguel Sano, Ryan Healy, Philip Nakajima. Yeah, okay, so we got some good third baseman coming up. Carlos Reyes. Yeah, he's got some good fielding stats over there. I can keep him. Ryan Hogue. No, he's garbage. I'll get rid of him. Release you. All right. Stefan Bermudez. Yes. Durability's up there. Switch hitter. Take forever to build that guy. No, thank you. All right. Got to get quick with this. We got to only bring in the players that we want. Second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. Brock Holt. I'd love to bring back Brock Holt, but again, 4 or 5 million probably. Bob Mendoza. Yeah, we want him back. Ooh, second baseman. Damn, arm strength. Look at. Oof, damn. Got some good players. We should make a flip over to some of these younger players. I'm telling you, they're ready. They're ready to go. Dan Vaught, garbage. Release you. 27, yeah, definitely release you. All right, there you go. First baseman, Hanley Ramirez. Hanley, we're not going to be able to sign him. I'm going to release him. 36 years of age. I got him for the run at the end of the season. I think he had a great run in him, but he's going to want 5 or 6 mil. He's going to continue to drop off. Can't bring him back. Felix Mateo, Theo Perkynips. All right, so Perkynips. Next year, he's going to be playing in AAA on the bench. The year after that, he has to come up to the majors because I already put him on the 40-man roster. He'll be ready. He's got that power. I just got to get the power into the 70s. And the fielding can get up there as well. He can be a decent first baseman. But what we need from him is to have one of those years that I'll show you that Jude Aguero had, where you see the plus 10s. If we can get a few plus 10s and a few plus 5s in there, you'll see him grow. So I need him to play in AAA for next season. Sammy Caruso, let's see. B potential, yeah. Eldon Jacob. He's got the 62 power. Yeah, he can stay. 62 power and AA might be able to do some damage. Derek Norris. I'd love to bring back Derek Norris, but not for 5 or 6 million. I'm just going to release him right now. There's no way we'll be able to bring him back. Austin Hedges. We might want to bring up Austin Hedges for our backup catcher for next season. I'm glad I held on to this guy. He's 27, B potential. He's still growing. You're not going to see his hit. Well, actually, his contact versus lefties went up by plus 10 this season. And what did we see with Jake Marisnik, right? So, yeah. What I really like about this guy is the defensive stats. Fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, reaction, and blocking. So the idea of making your team better defensively, while Walter Chang's batting stats holds down enough for the catcher position. And we already have enough bats with Miguel Sano and Healy and Eaton and DJ LeMahieu. Yeah, I think Austin Hedges and Walter Chang, both 27 years of age. You got that guy who can hit better and that guy who can field better. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Rico Nunez, Mariano Estrella. Let's see. Oh, God, no. Hell no, you're gone. All right, release. And Hector Trejo. Gone. All right, so we need to trade for or sign catchers for the double and triple A squads. All right, closing pitchers. Now, here's where it gets interesting. People saying we got too many closing pitchers. I see our bullpen for next season. All right, Tim Schultz, Sheldon Palmer, Michael Alford, and Michael Coker can all play in the majors next year. I got a closer, 2 setups, and a medium relief pitcher. Now, their stats, I don't know if they're going to come along, but we're going to put them in the majors and see what happens. It's not like our bullpen could do much worse, right? And it seems like they're ready. 77 overall. Relief pitchers. And Sean Doolittle, I'm not going to release him just yet. I want to see how much he wants. I would love to sign Sean Doolittle just to trade him because he's got 89 overall, right? Andrew Chaffin, he had a good season. I'd love to bring him back if I could. Hunter Strickland. I'm going to leave all these guys down here for now. I don't know who I want to bring back. How many relief pitchers do we have? We only have 13 under contract. So, yeah, you know what? And our lowest one, yeah, I'm going to keep all those guys. Starting pitchers. Garrett Richards might have to trade before we even sign all these guys. Jesse Hahn, 30. Jesse Hahn's got some decent stats. If he doesn't want to, keep him. You know what? Keep all these guys. Oh, no, you got 20. You don't need all of them. Alex Garcia, you don't need. He's grown, but he's going to want money at 30 years of age. No, you don't need him. Release him. There you go. You're not going to pay anyone the money that you can't afford. 26C. Gerald Cotton ruined the end of the season for me. A potential, though. Got to hold on to him. Raul Alcantara. All right. Okay. So where's Pereira? Pereira, did he grow? Yeah, he got a little bit of growth this season. I'm thinking, what's his name? Jose Fernandez might be able to go for next year. I mean, we could just go with him. If we got to save the money, I'm thinking like Sonny Gray, Sean Manaea, Taijuan Walker, Jesse Hahn, or Mengden, and then Jose Fernandez. Okay, well, we're going to have to see how much money we can save here, boys. So, manage contracts time. Oh, yeah. The freaking, what's it called? The micromanaging of MLB The Show. I love it, though. Okay, so we'll start with right fielders. David Cato has to come back. We're only going to get him on a one-year deal, all right? And I don't care about making people happy this year. That was last year. We need to save money this year. So, you are going to be a depth player for me. And on top of that, let's see how much that money does he want. Fuck that. You don't get that. 900K. Ooh, his interest is still going down. Yeah, you're a rookie. So you know what? You didn't earn your money. I got to save as much as I can. All right. So 1 year, 500K depth for David Cato. Rodney Chamberlain. Yes, I want to bring you back. 1 year, 70K. This is why I get these younger players. Now, Johnny Hinson. We had him up in the MLB squad this year when we sent David Cato down. He had 272 with an on base of 303. And on top of that, he's got good fielding. Arm strength is up there as that right fielder. Speed is up there. Discipline is up there. So you know what? I want to pay this guy. I think this wouldn't be a bet yet. He only wants, fuck, 1 year. I got to stop using the F word. It's been a long day, boys. I'm a little tired. Can't be dropping F-bombs, though. All right, so 1 year, 600K, a depth player for Johnny Hinson. Will Nixon, perfect. 1 year, 80K. And David Arias, 1 year, 60K. So that's all the right fielders taken care of. Adam Eaton, he wants $6.2 million. Rough. Okay, so I'm not going to give him the contract just yet. Marcus Chappelle, 1 year, 80K. And Corey Lovett, 1 year, 70K. Beautiful. Left fielders, Jude Aguero, what do you want, my man? 1 year, 90K. Beautiful. All right, I'll give you 100. Coughlin, he's been waived. Austin Perez, 1 year, 80K. Beautiful. So we save a lot of money right there with Jude Aguero and Austin Perez. Marcus O'Connell, I don't need to take a look. I already took a look at everyone. 1 year, 80K. Beautiful. Jimmy Comstock, beautiful. Get all these guys signed nice and cheap. Ryan Healy. Ryan Healy wants 6.7. Unless you give him 3 years or less, in which case he only wants 4.2. That's not that bad. I don't want to sign him just yet, though. Philip Nakajima, 1 year, 80K. Carlos Reyes, 1 year, 70K. Bob Mendoza. Ooh, Bob Mendoza wants a little bit much. Let's see this. The second baseman that I could bring in. I mean, here's the thing. You could always replace DJ LeMahieu with this guy. The numbers wouldn't be as good, right? But the money that you would save, and you can improve other parts of your team. The guy only wants 730K a year. This is the decisions we need to make. And I will say this right now. Once we see free agency, that'll be the end of the video because I want you guys to chime in. We have to get our team sorted out this year. I'm not letting another season like the one that we just had pass us by. See what I mean about Brock Holt? Brock Holt won $6.2 million. We just let this great season pass us. We had a team full of great players. Theo Perky Nips Perkinson. Let's see. All right, so 1 year. I want to give Perky Nips a really good contract. The reason being, he'll be super happy and maybe play a little bit better. Right? He wants 507. Yeah, I'll give you 1 year, 750 depth. There it is. Felix Matteo, 1 year, 70K. Sammy Caruso, 1 year, 70K. Eldon Jacob, 1 year, 60K. Beautiful. Catchers, Austin Hedges. How much do you want? 3 mil. What about 1 year? Okay, so good news for him is that, good and bad news. The bad news is that, okay, I'll give it good news first. The good news is we can only sign him to a 740K contract. The bad news is that it's only for 1 year. Anything more than 1 year, he goes up to 2.6, up to 6.4 over 5. So I think we'll just do a test with Austin Hedges for this year. It'll come back to bite us for next year because he'll get better and he'll want more than 3, but whatever. 1 year, 850K as a platoon. No, depth. I don't want to piss him off. Rico Nunez, 1 year, 70K. All right. Tim Schultz. Now, Tim Schultz, he's got the number. His first year of the majors, 91 overall. He's from Cali, right? His numbers weren't the greatest. He had an ERA of 4.40, and his WHIP is 1.43. He also had how many blown saves? 8 blown saves. How many losses in there? 3 losses, right? But it was his rookie season. Oh, actually, the year before that, well, he probably got called up towards the end of the year. That was his first real season. What I see is a 91 overall pitcher from California that's 23 years of age. So I'm banking on him coming back and having a strong season. Now, it says that I can give him a 2-year deal at less than $1 million. So we're going to take advantage of this. His overall may go down because he wants that real contract for maybe not next year, but the year after that. But whatever. We got to save money. He won't be any less than like an 87 overall. So I'll take that. So let me go. If we're going 2 years, let me get it to 1.5 million per season, all right? And that will kind of take advantage of next year as well. And I'm going to give him the closer role. All right, he's 91 overall. He's got to play well. Sheldon Palmer, let's see. Okay, so another guy who wants money. I'm going to give you 2 years, all right? You know what? These guys haven't pitched just yet. Depth, I'm going to save some money with them. No, you know what? Not 2 years. 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. Here we go. There we go. We can free up some cap right there. All right, so $700K for 1 year for depth for Sheldon Palmer. And Michael Alford, same thing. Yeah, 1 year depth. Let's see how much we can save with it. Yeah, there you go. We can go down to like 650. All right, so save some money for those pitchers, our relief pitchers for next year. Sean Doolittle, how much does he want? $5.1 million. See what I mean about all these guys? Holt, Eaton, Doolittle. The money's going to add up quickly. This is why I'm thinking we may need to make that switch to the younger players. Hunter Strickland wants 2.6. I might just take that. Andrew Chaffin, 3.9. Kevin Quackenbush, 2.5. I can't give all this money to these guys. So let me take care of all the younger players first. Who's this guy? Louis Burks. His potential went down. Is this guy worth paying? How much does he want? Yeah, I can give him. Yeah, I can give him that. That's fine. That's fine. Here we go. Depth, 550K. Drew Rocker. Yes, one at 70K. Leonardo Rosario. Come on. Yes, I need these contracts right now. Yes, I need those contracts. Fritz, there you go. You get the contract as well. Beautiful. Yep. All of our young players are really getting good, and they're cheap still. Starting pitchers. All right, here comes the big boy contract. Sean Manaea wants 11.3 per season if we go over $4 million. If we go over 4 years. If we stay under 4 years, he only wants 6.6. Okay, that's doable for Sean Manaea. I'm going to give him that contract. I'm not going to go any further than that, though, okay? So 3 years. We want to give him the contract now. He wants to make $6.5 million. See, here's the thing, right? If we give him more than he wants, then he's a better pitcher. So you have to weigh this out in your own head. He's making 12. No, I don't need him making $12 million per season. Hang on a second. So he wants 6.5. He's going to be a good pitcher. If I give him 6.5, then he's going to be angry for years 2 and 3 and be worse. 6.5. You know what? 7 mil. 7 mil is the number. That's the magic number right there. 7 mil, 3 years. You're not the ace, though. You're rotation. I'm not going to give him the ace yet, all right? Now, because I haven't given him the ace, he may not sign that contract. I'm going to try that with him. 3 years at 7 mil per season as a rotation or a role in our rotation. Our starting pitcher is Sonny Gray. All right, I want to bring Sonny back. Now, he wants 13.8 per season. Oh, shiza. Oh, shiza. All right, so we're going to wait on Sonny Gray. Sean Manaea's contract is far more valuable, so I want him back. Daniel Mengden, what do you want? 5.3, 3 million. That's rough. Jesse Hahn, what do you want? 3 million. See, this is getting rough. Jose Fernandez. All right, so I'll give him. Woo! Jose Fernandez already wants 1.2 million. Look at this. All right, Jose, I'll give you a 1 year. Looks like he's going to be ready for the majors this year, boys. I think that's what the game is telling me. How much does he want? 1.3. All right, I'll give you 1.5 to see what you can do this year. All right, 1 year, 1.5. So Jesse Hahn or Daniel Mengden are gonzo, boys. We just got to cut them loose. Jacob Boyce. All right, beautiful. 1 year, 70K. These are the contracts that I need. I don't need that contract. Stevie Sanders, let's see. Oh, hell no. You know what? His velocity is way up there, but this guy's a pitcher all over the place. And realistically, I don't want to give him $500,000. So, Stevie Sanders, I'm going to be cutting you. Felix Guillen, yeah, 1 year, 70K. Adrian Pereira. What is this? Yeah, okay. 1 year. Yeah, there it is. All right, Pereira. You know what? Pereira. I want to keep Pereira happy, though. Yeah. 750K at depth. Gerald Cotton. Damn it, man. Thing about Cotton is he's got that great potential. I could always trade him away. I'll wait on that. Raul Alcantara, same thing. I got the potential. I could trade him away. Emery Bloom, there we go. That's a good one. Elliot Richards, that's a good one. Dan Couture, that's a good one. And David Torres, that's a good one. Beautiful. Okay, so there are all the contracts that we know we want to hand out. We have the coaches signed. Well, we have the offers sent out to the coaches. Our budget's at $3 million. There's no way in hell we're going to be able to sign everyone, but we can still trade away some players here, okay? So, schedule. Let's go ahead today, see what happens here. Felix Matteo, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. So Sean Manaea is back. Good. Sean Manaea accepted the 3 year, $7 million per season deal. Hey, you guys let me know if that was too much to pay for him, but I didn't give him the ace role, so he won't be angry if he's not in the starting position role. The only thing he's going to get angry at is his salary, which, whatever. All right, we got to save some money somewhere. David Areras, all right, Adrian Pereira. Austin Hedges is back. Good. Theo Perkynips is back. All right, good. So that's everything signed right there. Now, because we want the coaches to be signed, I have to check on their interest level every day. So we're still the most interested team for that coach. That coach, Third base coach is 2 other offers from the Mets and the Reds, but we're still giving him the best offer. Doesn't mean it's going to automatically sign. Well, hopefully. Okay, now what did Stevie Sanders. Yes, Stevie Sanders. Manage roster. Let me just get this thing out of the way. Sanders. All right, so let me take a look at that again. His hits over 9 innings is garbage. I mean, he probably gets a lot of strikeouts with the Ks over 9s and the velocity, but his clutch is down there at 18. This is an example of a player whose overall is boosted by the wrong numbers, man. So, hell no. Release player. All right, don't want him. Gerald Cotton, I'd love to sign him just to trade him with that A potential. We're going to have to wait and see. All right. So, manage contracts. Let's see what we got. Do I have any more offers out there? Nope. So, everyone got signed. Our budget is $2.32 million with all the younger players on the team, but still with no coaches signed, right? So let me go back to manage contracts. Doolittle, Sonny Gray. I'd love to get Sonny Gray. You know what? To be honest, boys, I cannot let Sonny Gray go to free agency. That is way too much. I'm giving him the money. If I need to trade him after, whatever. But Sonny Gray has to come back on this team. He's not making enough where I can qualify or I tender a qualifying offer to get a draft pick, because he would need to be making $18 million per season, and if I qualify that, he'll accept it. I want to bring him back as our ace. He's 30 years of age. Yeah, 3 years. I'm doing it. All right, you're the ace. I'm going to try to save some money here. 13 mil per season. Oh, geez. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I can always trade him if it's too much. I'm not letting Sonny Gray walk. I'll let all these other guys walk. Sonny Gray's the big contract that I'm dishing out. All right, I thought I'd have to give up more for Sean Manaea, so I thought Sean Manaea would be 9 mil, so that extra 3 or 2 that I saved can go to Sonny Gray. So here we go. Next day, let's see. All right, so we have our third base coach signed. Our pitching coach has signed. Beautiful. Sonny Gray did not sign, though. Coaches. All right, so we got Steven Diaz back. Kurt Kellenberger. The manager, Jim Hickey, is still pondering. Dave Roberts, he's got 2 other offers that are getting close to ours. Ours is still the best. And Brandon Barnhart is still the best for us as well. So let me go back to the contracts here. Sonny Gray, I might just let one more day go. I might have to give him 3 years, $40 million. Adam Eaton, I got to get the coaches signed, right? This is the thing. All right, so one more day, and then I have to sign some players. Oh, this is going to get dangerous. This is going to get so dangerous. All right, so advance. Milwaukee is claimed. Hanley Ramirez, yep. These are all the guys that I waived. All right, yeah, no one's signing. Okay, so I can't let these guys go. All right, so withdraw that offer. Sonny Gray, I'm going to give you 5 years. Yeah, I'll give you 5 years. Take you to 35, sure. And I'll give you the $14 million per season, all right? Ace, yeah, that should do it now, all right? So $14 million per season, 5 years as our ace, Sonny Gray. Don't worry about the extra 2 years. I can always trade him. So there you go. I gave him the contract. We want him back on the team. Now, anyone else that we definitely want back? Doolittle, no. Hunter Strickland, I can always sign these guys. Adam Eaton is one that I'm 5 mil, though. I got to wait. I have to wait. Ryan Healy, we need back. Yeah, Ryan Healy, he wants 6.7. But if I give him 3 years or less, he wants 4.2. So I'm going to give him 3 years at $4 million, everyday player. He should sign for that. Let's see, 4 mil. How deep down does that go? Yeah, 3/4 of the interest. Yeah, 3 years, 4 mil. There it is. All right. Let me see here. Sorry about that. Just had to close my window. Freaking cars driving by. It's early in the morning. So Ryan Healy, we just got, well, I just sent out an offer. Daniel Mengden, Jesse Hahn, Gerald Cotton. Yeah, we're going to wait for everyone else, okay? So we sent the offers for Ryan Healy and Sonny Gray, and we still are waiting on our coaches. Now, free agency's on the 14th, so I got to get this done soon, man. I got to get these guys signed. All right, so here we go. Next day, let's see what happens. Ryan Healy has accepted the Athletics offer of $12 million over 3 years. Good. All right. Jim Hickey has accepted the Athletics offer as manager for 3 years. Good. So that's the big contract taken care of. Miami has claimed Stevie Sanders. All right, so I got to do something about Sonny Gray right now, boys. So our budget is $1.88 million. All right. I can work with that. And all we have to do is sign the first base coach, who is only making $1.5 million per season, and same thing with the farm director. Okay, so now it's time. Okay, so I'm going to go crazy here, boys. You guys are not going to agree with what I'm doing here, but we just have to free up cap space and bring in players, all right? So the first things first. We're doing it. We're doing it. Trades. All right. Now, is there any way I can take the one thing, Sony, your game's great. Oh, player search. There it is. I was going to say in free agency, there is no player search option. It's just in a different spot. I take it back, Sony. I blocked that insult. You're not EA Sports. So here we go. Remember what I said about Marcus Semien, boys, all right? So I'm going to go search by shortstop, handedness, doesn't matter, age, doesn't matter. I want to find somebody who's one of the best fielding shortstops in the game, all right? I also want someone with a lethal cannon. We'll say 80. That's fine. And arm accuracy 80, okay? It's the fielding that I really want up there. There you go. So show me what's good. Francisco Lindor, no. Brandon Crawford, no. Jose Iglesias, no. Andre Adralton, you know what, I'm butchering those names. Addison Russell, no. Okay, so all of the best shortstops are making way too much money. We need to bring in a younger player who's just about to hit his peak. So let me just drop down the arm accuracy and arm strength to 75. Still good enough. It's the fielding that I'm looking for. All right, so that's about it. Shortstops are hard to come by. Let me drop this down to, say, 85. Raise the arm accuracy and strength up to 80, all right? Let's see. Yeah, we go. Yeah, it's the fielding. It's way up there. So, Dansby Swanson, yeah, a potential. No, he's going to want to... I need somebody who's, like, barely 80 overall. All right, so fielding, I'm dropping down to 80, all right? Remember, Semien's was 70s across the board. So, let's see here. Swanson, Tulowitzki. Fuck, man, look at this. There's not too many, eh? Huh. All right, so... let's drop it down to 75s across the board here. All right, there you go. It should be tons now. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. These guys down here in the 70s. So I don't want to get anyone that's way too much money. That's not going to work out for us. All right. Tim Anderson, Orlando Arcia. There we go. Orlando Arcia. Let's see. Ooh, yes. Look at those numbers there. Fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, way up there, boys. I wonder why this guy didn't pop up earlier. I thought I was fielding 88. Jeez. Maybe, oh, you know what? The arm accuracy 79. Maybe I didn't have it. Yeah, that's what it was. 79. Just didn't show it. So, Orlando Arcia, boys. The problem is a potential, right? Now, how much is he making? 6 point, nah, he's signed long-term, making $8 million per, no, can't do it. Tim Anderson, all right. A potential again from Chicago. Problem with a guy like this is the A potential makes the trade value go up, and look at the contract. None. You can't trade for a guy who doesn't have a contract, right? So let's keep on looking here. Freddie Galvis, 30 years of age. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, right? This guy would be a better option than Marcus Semien defensively and speed-wise. His speed's up there at 70, so if he gets on, he can move. And his fielding, arm strength, arm accuracy, and reaction are all better than Marcus Semien's. His hitting is not, but we already had enough hitting, and we need a defense. So this is what I'm talking about. Now, what's his comp? 1 year left. 1 year, 4.6. Why has he got to be so much? Shit. Adini Echevarria. I'm butchering these names, man. How much is this guy making? 5.2 for another 5.2. Jeez. So his numbers are up there as well. All right. Darwin Barney, 34 years of age. Yeah, not bad, Darwin Barney. Yeah, you get no contract, though. I can't trade for somebody with no contract. Here we go. Marco Hernandez, B potential. Some good stats. There you go. You know what? This is what I'm talking about. This is what, like, instead of Galvis, you go with this guy. His numbers are slightly better. 72 overall. He wants to be making 1.4 million. He's at 1.4 million for another 4 years. That's a steal. And Nick Ahmed, let's see, 30 years of age, 70. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's the one. That's the one. Fielding 85, arm strength 77, arm accuracy 83, speed is decent up there at 69. What I like about this guy is he's angry as well, 74. If I got him on this team, he'd probably be playing better. 1.5 million and only 1 year to go. You know what? Nick Ahmed, boys. This is the one. It's either Freddie Galvis, his number is 80, 80, 78, 79 for defense, or Nick Ahmed, who's 85. Arm strength is lower, reaction's lower, but arm accuracy and fielding are better, and he's a lot cheaper. All right? And I know what you're thinking. Oh, this guy's shit, right? But we already have enough bats, and this guy makes our defense at shortstop, a position there where you need some good defense, much better. And I could probably get a few, prospects in here as well. So Nick Ahmed. Yeah, I want to make a trade here. So if you compare the two, all right, Marcus Semien, here you go. They're definitely interested in making this deal. Take a look at those numbers. I mean, his arm accuracy and arm strength, it's getting up there. Reaction 74, but the fielding, that's the one. It's only at 71, right? Where Nick Ahmed's fielding is up there at 85. That's a substantial difference. That's 14 training points. Yeah, you know what, boys? I'm going to do this. Now, is there anyone else on this team that I would like to acquire? Someone that is cheap, that would help us out. You know, somebody like in the bullpen. Pablo Marte. Here we go. Just someone that could play. Yeah, you know what? Final year as well. I'm going to throw him in on the deal. Nate Jones, Hector. I don't want anyone who wants a big contract. Somebody who's got a cheap one, who's in the 70s with decent potential. Carlos Ruiz. Yeah, I'll throw him in on the deal as well. Any starting pitchers with some nice contracts? I'm just going to try to poach some players here, boys. Hang on. I'm looking. I'm not even looking at the players. I'm looking in the top left, right under the seeking. It shows the contract. I'm looking for the guys, well, first off, with a contract. Samuel Marquez, 31. No, I don't need a third baseman. Nope. Mark Bender. Here we go. Second baseman from Connecticut. Some good numbers there. Let me throw second base. You know what? I don't need a second baseman because I already had that one guy, right? Not Brock Holt, Bob Mendoza. Yeah, no, I already got my guy back there. We don't need him. Eric Hosmer, Robert Baker. Nah, he's 53. No, I think. Oh, yeah, the catcher. Yes, we needed a catcher. Holy shit, Eduardo Rosario. He's got some power for it. You know what? I'm gonna take a. Does he have a contract? Oh yes, that's the one. That's the one. All right, so I'm gonna take off. Pablo Marte, Carlos Ruiz. Let's see, which one do I want? 26, 20. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. I'll take the closing pitcher. All right, so I will not take him. And the catcher, I will go Eduardo Rosario, only making $70K per season. Got some power on him. Put him on the trade as well. And now we have to send something else to sweeten the deal. All right, so hang on a second. Who do I... You know what? Starting pitchers. I have too many starting pitchers. Yeah, go to the bottom. Tyler Atkinson. Yeah, you can trade this guy. Here you go. Does that make it better? No, it doesn't. Dan Couture. I just need somebody who just raises it perfect. Here we go. David Torres. Velocity's up there. Don't remember if this guy I traded for, if I drafted him, but his starting pitcher was a stamina of 50. No, thank you. So I'll throw David Torres in on this deal as well, boys. And that's the trade. Nick Ahmed, Pablo Marte, Eduardo Rosario in exchange for Marcus Semien and David Torres. We increase our shortstop fielding with this trade, and we free up a little bit of cap space, $1.5 million. All right? Boom. There it is. Oh, what? It's an injury. Oh, god damn it. I thought it would definitely go through. All right, so if they don't want to do this trade, it might be because it is one of these younger players. All right, so hang on a second here. Which one do you think they want more? Okay, I'll take off the closing pitcher. There you go. David Torres I'll take out of there. There you go. All right, so Marcus Semien for Nick Ahmed and Eddie Rosario. If it's not this, I'll take the closing pitcher. It seems like there's certain players that the teams don't want to give up unless you really give them a deal. Eduardo Rosario might be one of them. So let's see. Trade this offer to the Angels. No. Okay, so I don't think they want to give up this guy. So let's go. There's no way they wouldn't want to give up the shortstop for Semien. There's no way. So closing pitcher. I'll go back with Pablo Marte and Nick Ahmed for Marcus Semien. Will it go through? What? Huh, that's interesting. Why wouldn't that go through? Let me do a little bit of a test here, boys. All right, let me bring up the three players again. And let me get rid of Marcus Semien from the trade and suggest all. Make sure you've... Yeah, I want you to select all. Like, what would... None. Maybe they don't want to give up Nick Ahmed. Let me take off Nick Ahmed from this deal. Let's see. Oh, phew, this is weird. All right, let me go back with... this is interesting. Marcus Semien Marcus Semien to the Angels, right? Yes. All right, suggest the trade to the Angels. Anything from the Angels? Nothing. You know what? Maybe it's their salary cap situation. Damn it. I really wanted to get that player. Maybe I have to simulate ahead a little bit more. All right, hang on a second. Okay, I think I figured out what it was. It doesn't show me here, but perhaps they can't take on Marcus Semien because they're at the top of their salary. Or they still have to sign other players, like they have pending contracts, and therefore they can't receive any more offers. It might be something like that. So I'll remember that trade, Marcus Semien for Nick Ahmed. You guys can actually chime in on it now before I make it. But the whole reason I came here to trade was to let go of some of these more expensive players. Garrett Richards is one of them. We have to let him go. All right, if we want Sonny Gray back, we have to let go of Garrett Richards. So I'm going to put Garrett Richards in here, boys, searching for prospects. I know you're not going to like this, but we got to save some money, and we've got to bring in some players here. So the Blue Jays, the Phillies, the Marlins, and the Braves. All right, so from Toronto, well, let's, Garrett Richards, let's try to trade him to the NL, not the AL first. So the Phillies, Derek Lowry, starting pitcher, all right, and a relief pitcher, and that's that's their first trade offer. Their second trade offer, catcher, relief pitcher, and starting pitcher, all seats. I wouldn't mind picking up that C potential catcher, but it doesn't seem like we're getting a lot of value there. So next one, Miami Marlins, George Bunty, Brady Mendel. So a lot of guys with low overalls. George Bunty's not that bad, but some good potentials in there. All right, the Atlanta Braves, Alberto Cervantes, not bad. Clint Lucero, okay, not bad. You know what? I get the relief and closing pitchers that I want, the younger players. And the Blue Jays, Darryl Grimes, shortstop. I do need shortstop, but 63 overall, that's not going to be good. And Ken Shockley, not bad. Okay. Okay, well, there's other ways that we can go about this. Let me just search by all for Garrett Richards. All right. I mean, I can get other players back. It's just I don't want to take back salary. So let me just go through some of these that man, this video is going to be so freaking long. Whatever. There we go. Yeah, like these two guys. Catcher, 29. No, I don't want that. I'm looking at the salary, basically. I'm trying to find somebody with less salary, like less than like 3 mil. 4.9, let's see. No, I don't want to bring in any studs here, boys. 10 mil, 9.1, 5.6, 5.3. Don't want any of that. Toronto Blue Jays, man. Darryl Grimes and Ken Shockley. But then I make the Blue Jays better, and we may have to play them in the playoffs. Mark Trumbo and Juris Familia. Shit, man. Okay, so you know what? Garrett Richards, we have to do this, boys. We have to let him go. So I'm just going to go back to prospects, all right, and see what they got different lineups here. Nick Ray, closing pitch. Catcher. There's another catcher right there. There's another catcher, relief pitcher, and a starting pitcher. You know what? That's the one right there. That is the one. All right, so let me edit this offer. So coming back the other way for Garrett Richards, all prospects here, boys. But remember, we already have enough guys who are ready to break the squad next year, and we have free agency right around the corner. So I can always sign more. Starting pitchers coming in. Let's see. We got George Bunty. Overall, I mean, yeah, potential's going down, but overall's going up, and he's got some good base numbers. Control, clutch has got to get up there, but he's only 21. Yeah, you could grow this guy. That's not a bad pitcher right there. I did say I needed to pick up catchers, and this catcher is 22 with B potential. So he's growing, and he had a good year of growth, +7, so it might be one of those good growth players. And then relief pitcher, never a bad thing to bring in a relief pitcher who has a good contract on. Where is this guy? All the way at the bottom? Oh, B potential, though, at 59 overall. Oh, yeah, we just got to get his clutch up there. Velocities, 4 pitches, Dave Roach from North Carolina. You know what, boys? I'm gonna make this deal, all right? Coming back is 190K, but I'm giving up 8.7 million for Garrett Richards. I know it's gonna feel like crap, boys. The free agent acquisition from last year, but we already have enough pitchers. So, boom, there it is to the Marlins. Garrett Richards, thank you for your season. All right, so I still have Marcus Semien that I'm gonna save for the Nick Ahmed trade after free agency. All right, but now let me go back to manage roster. Who else do we need to? DJ LeMahieu, I'm going to hold on to for now. Sean Manaea, Taijuan Walker, Piscotty, Marisnik, holding on to these guys. There was one more player. Semien, that's the one, right? Semien, Healy, we got signed. Walter Chang, I think that was it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that is it. All right, so I can still trade away Semien to free up that $3 million. With that trade of Garrett Richards, though, our budget's back to 2.2, so I'm going to go back into managed contracts. Sonny Gray, will withdraw that offer. Sonny, I need you on the team. 5 years, ace, and I'm going to give you 15 mil per season. Boys, I don't want this guy to drop to free agency, all right? Interest is way up there now. All right, so that's that taken care of. I've got to get Sonny back. I've got to get him back. All right, Doolittle, no. Hunter Strickland, yes, I'm going to bring Hunter Strickland back. He only wants beautiful 1.5 for 2 years. I'll give him that. Give you 2 mil for 2 years. There you go. Andrew Sheffin, left-handed. Bring him back. How much did he want? Over 1 year, 2 mil. Yeah, you know what? I'll give both of them 2 mil. It's fine by me. He's my lefty for this year. Okay. Adam Eaton. Yes, I want Adam Eaton back. I do. 6.2. I gotta wait. Kevin Quackenbush, Mike Morin, Brock Holt, Daniel Mengden, Jesse Hahn. How much did Mengden and Hahn want? 3.3. I gotta wait. I don't know how much I have. I don't know how much I have to work with. Gerald Cotton, Raul Alcantara. Gotta wait. I got everyone signed that I want. We only have 2 more days, man. Oh my God. Sonny Gray, please sign. Please sign. Please sign. Please sign. Please sign. Andrew Sheffin is back. Hunter Strickland is back. Dave Roberts has accepted our offer. Oh my God. Sonny Gray did not sign, boys. Son of a bitch. Oh, the interest is way up there, Sonny Gray. What are you thinking? All right, so 1.99. All right, so withdraw that offer. I have got to get him back. I can't let him go to free agency. 5 years. All right, Sonny, here you go. 15 mil again. It's going to take me down to 1.42. I think I can get everyone back now that I signed, what's his name? Or now that I traded away Garrett Richards. So, yeah, 5 years, 80 million. He's Adam Eaton. Yeah, I'm going to bring you back as well. 3 years, every day you can make 6.57. Yeah, I can offer him 7 mil. I know I have enough money now. I know I do. Don't need Doolittle. Kevin Quackenbush. Quackenbush, do I want to bring back? Let me quickly take a look at my bullpen. I already have, these guys are all going to start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I need, yeah, I just need a long relief pitcher, and that can be, yeah. Okay, so my bullpen is taken care of. I don't need Doolittle. I'm going to release you. Don't need you. All right. Yep, that's fine. Kevin Quackenbush, do not need you. I just need some long relief pitchers now, and we have the 7 relief pitchers that we need. Mike Morin, do not need you. Releasing you. Liam Hendricks, do not need you. Releasing you. I do not want these guys back, all right? All right, so there is our bullpen taken care of. Starting pitchers, Daniel Mengden, Jesse Hahn. Do I have enough time? Do I have to... Let's see. Hang on. There you go. Now, one more day. It's one more friggin' day. Managed contracts. All right, so Sonny Gray, I hope comes back. Adam Eaton, I hope comes back. Brock Holt, I got to let you go to free agency. Daniel Mengden, let me see. Do I want him back? His overall's going up there. Shitty year again. And Jesse Hahn. Jesse Hahn's numbers are not bad. But they want 3.3. You know, they're dropping a free agency. They're dropping, boys. We will have money for free agency to bring them back if we want. Gerald Cotton and Raul Alcantara, I'm going to sign because I can use their trade value in the offseason. So depth for 1 year, 1 mil, and Raul Alcantara, same thing. All right, 750 for him, not the same thing. There you go, depth. All right, friggin' baseball offseason. Jesus. All right, so Sonny Gray and Adam Eaton, you better sign. You freaking better sign. You better sign. You better sign. You better sign. You better sign. Gerald Cotton is signed. Great. Raul Alcantara is signed. Great. Adam Eaton is signed. Great. No! Sonny Gray did not sign, boys, which means he's gone to free agency. There he is. Now, our offer is still there. We can still get him back. It's not like he's going to want more all of a sudden, but now other teams can offer him those deals. All right, so damn it. Damn it. But we still have 1.66 million. Now, our coaches. Let's see the coach again. We've got everyone signed from a coach perspective except for our farm director, who still has the best offer there. But now, this is our team. The way it's built, we have 64 players under contract. So, without taking a look at what's in free agency, right? Manea, Walker, Mengden, and Hahn, we don't have them signed, right? So, Manea, Walker... Where is, oh yeah, friggin' Sonny Gray we don't have yet. So Manea, Walker, and we could also go with Jose Fernandez. So we're still going to need 2 starting pitchers, right? Relief pitchers, we got Chaffin, Strickland, Schultz, Palmer, Alford, and Coker. We need a long relief pitcher. That shouldn't be too hard to find. Catchers, we got Walter Chang and Austin Hedges. First baseman, we got to find a first baseman. I'm thinking of a good defensive first baseman to help out this year. DJ LeMahieu's on the team. Miguel Sano and Ryan Healy. Oh, actually, no, we have a first baseman, right? It's Miguel Sano. What am I talking about? Suno. And his fielding is up there at 75, so that's good enough. Shortstops, Marcus Semien for Nick Ahmed. Let me know what you guys think about that. Left fielders, looks like that. Jude Aguero, we could bring up this year. Jake Marisnik, Adam Eaton are still on the team, and Steven Piscotty, right? So it can be Piscotty, Marisnik, and Eaton as the starters, and then we can bring up David Cato and Jude Aguero as players who are on the bench, basically, taking their turns over the course of the year. Cato is right-handed. Jude Aguero is right-handed as well. I don't know how they're going to play, but our outfield is taken care of. So our outfield's taken care of. We need a shortstop. The rest of our infield and our catchers are taken care of. Our bullpen is taken care of. We do need some starting pitching, and we do have some money to work with right here, boys. So what do you think? Starting pitchers. Garrett Cole is in there. He wants $26.7 million per season. Sonny Gray, he wants $13.8, so you save money there. Matt Moore, $13.8. So all these other guys down here, let me know what you think. Relief pitchers, we let Sean Doolittle go. Dylan Betances is available, though. Man, look at those numbers. Yeah, that would be nice. How much does he want, though? $7 million. There you go, $7 million. That's not horrible. And you guys did say that we need to improve our bullpen. Closing pitchers, catchers, looks like that. I like our catcher setup now. First baseman, Anthony Arrizzo, $30 million per season. Cannot afford that. Matt Carpenter, Henley Ramirez. All right, so another DH if we want to bring somebody in. Second baseman, Starling Castro. Brock Holt is there if we want to bring him back. Third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Let's see, 30 mil, 25 million per season. Cannot afford that. Nick Castellanos. All right, I'm sure there's some players that we can. Ooh, 22. Dennis Holcomb. Look at this. Decent power, good fielder. Shortstops. Might be somebody that we could find in free agency for shortstops, right? I mean, Xander Bogaerts, that would be nice, but how much does he want? 29 million per season. All these freaking players, man, it's crazy in this game. They all want the max. Left fielders, Crush Davis is there. All right, I don't think we need to bring in anyone for the outfield. I think our outfield is looking just fine, boys. Nice and young as well. So what do? I would love to bring back Sonny Gray. First priority, bring back Sonny Gray. Maybe get another starting pitcher, and then maybe Dylan Betances, and we could trade away Hunter Strickland or something. Bring in somebody else just to beef up that bullpen. All right, this video has gone on forever, so we're going to call it right there. Boys, what do we do to make the Oakland Athletics ready for year number 4? We got some young players that I want to play this year, but at the same time, you know, we want to fill out our team so that we simulate well. And if you look at the Cleveland Indians, back-to-back freaking seasons with World Series championships, you know, I'll bring that up right now. Look at their team. How do they build their freaking team? All right, hang on a second. Cleveland, there it is, right? Yep. Andrew Miller, Francisco Lindor, Corey Kluber, so a relief shortstop, starting pitcher, George Springer, Michael Brantley, Carlos Carrasco, Jason Kipnis, Tyler Naquin. Here is their team, boys. So what do they have that we do not? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video where we take it to free agency and to spring training. Be sure to check out our website, 2bcsports.com, where the hockey talk continues. Find myself and others in the live interactive chat, or dive into the active forums to talk about sports and gaming. You can also find us on Twitch, where the live streams come to life.